I've been on this road now.
Hello, my name is Cris Duncan with Focus Photographic Education, and today we're going to take a few minutes just to explain the difference between your metering and how to get proper exposure in all your images. Now, most of you know in your camera you have a built-in meter. Now, this meter is great for a lot of things, but you really need to know how it works to be able to use it properly to get your great exposures you need. And it works off the principle of a reflective metering. So what that means is it meters the light reflecting off your subject back into the sensor. Now that's great, but the only problem is everything it looks for is 18% gray. That's the middle exposure. That's its one purpose, is to find 18% gray. So what that means in a real life scenario is if we have something that's 18% gray around this color, then you're going to get proper exposure all the time because it's reflecting 18% gray. If we have something black, the meter sees this black or my dark shirt and goes, oh my goodness, this is really dark, I need to give it more light. And if you're on any type of manual mode as far as AV, TV, a program, even on manual and you're trying to use the exposure ruler to line up at 0, this dark shirt, your meter's going to say it's really dark, I need to make it brighter, which in turn overexposes the image. Transverse that to something that's going to be white. If we're going to have something white, the camera's going to see this and say, oh my goodness, this is really bright. I want this to be 18% gray, and what it's going to do is it's going to underexpose your image by up to 2 stops. That can be problematic if we're going to photograph a lovely bride in her white dress and then her groom in a black tuxedo. Our camera meter just has a hard time justifying that. So you think it's reflecting. So here's a great example. The light hitting me right now with my incident meter, which measures the light hitting the subject, falling on the subject, ISO 1000, I'm at 60th at f4, and that's what I have the camera set on right now. Well, with the reflective meter, the light hitting me has not changed at all. But if you see how it reflects back way more intense. So my camera meter would be fooled because of that. But the light hitting me has not changed at all. So that's why I like the incident handheld meter. What the incident handheld meter does is it measures the light hitting the subject. So it doesn't matter if we're wearing something dark, if we're wearing something light, if we're 18% gray or all the shades in between, we're getting accurate exposure. And one thing we get with accurate exposure is we get good detail, we get good skin tone, and we get proper color throughout our image. In the greens and the reds and the blues, whatever that shade may be, we're going to get accurate color. Another advantage to having a handheld meter like this is it's going to work with flash. We can pop the flash and get an accurate flash exposure of the light hitting our subject, not reflecting off, which you'll get with ETTL flash technology. It works just off a reflective metering technique. It just measures the flash reflecting. So once again, you can underexpose your whites and overexpose your blacks using that. So in my opinion, I think having a handheld meter like this, the Iconic 758, you can get from arlingtoncamera.com. A great supplier, they've got plenty of these in stock, or a Iconic 358 works on the same principle. If you can't afford a meter right now, don't worry, use your reflective meter in your camera, set it to spot metering so you're only focused on a small part of the image, and carry around something that's 18% gray, a little bit darker than this, but close, and they'll give you a good starting point to just meter that with your in-camera meter, set that exposure with exposure locker on manual, and you'll get good proper exposure all the time. Well, I hope this helps. My name is Cris Duncan with Focus Photographic Education, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.